Well, what is the business that you're in?
I wish I was a better businessman and knew more about how to raise money.
What were some of the less pleasant experiences from which you learnt?
I had an agent initially, a very nice man in Los Angeles, who had always worked with the old system. It often meant that you might have worked for 6 months or even more before that first day. And if something went wrong in that period, say 5.5 months, and you're a couple of weeks from shooting and they decide not to do the film for some reason, you don't get any money at all.
Well, it's really only another rags to riches story, and there's been lots of them in the history. But in this case, the rags were somewhat more extreme, because Lee Swinson came from a background of incredible deprivation, but he achieved it.
You ever hear something called double jeopardy, Fifth Amendment to the Constitution? Huh? No? Well, double jeopardy provides that no person may be tried for the same crime twice.
As I said, the big argument is often budget.
Yes.
They never want to spend money.
How do you find dealing with the studios and the investors regarding casting and editing?
Well, it's got more difficult.
Yeah.
A few years ago it was easier, but now it's very hard to set up a film, even with a fairly low budget.
The Australian Embassy recognises and appreciates your significant and continuing contribution to the promotion and support of the Australian film industry and its reputation abroad. And I'd just like to say that Bruce is a wonderful ambassador for Australia.
My mother's a little high-strung.
I wouldn't be in your shoes if the sweet Lord Jesus come down and asked me himself.
I don't need you, I don't want you, and I don't like you saying I'm rich.
Britons always loyally declaim about the way we rule the waves. Every Briton's song is just the same when singing of her soldiers brave. We're not forgetting it, we're not letting it fade away or gradually die. Fade away or gradually